Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Learning Buddy.
The podcast designed to help you improve your conversational English. I'm Paul.
And I'm Sarah. We're so glad you could join us today. How has your week been, Paul?
It's been great, thanks. Pretty busy, but I'm excited for our chat today.
Me too. I think we have a topic that a lot of people will be able to relate to.
Definitely. So, what's on the agenda for today's episode?
Well, Paul, I wanted to talk about something that brings a lot of joy to people's lives, and maybe a little bit of chaos, too. We're talking about our furry, feathered, or even scaly friends, pets.
Pets, a fantastic topic. I'm a huge animal lover myself. I think this is going to be a fun one.
I hope so. It's a subject close to my heart.
Great, so let's dive right in. The classic question first. Are you a dog person or a cat person?
You know, I love all animals, but if I have to choose, I'm a cat person through and through. What about you?
Oh, I'm 100% a dog person. I grew up with golden retrievers, and I currently have a 3-year-old beagle named Buster. He's a whirlwind of energy, but he's my best friend.
A beagle! Oh, they're so cute with their floppy ears. I bet he has a very distinct howl, too.
You have no idea. The aroo sound he makes when he's excited. My neighbors love it, I'm sure.
I can imagine. What's the naughtiest thing he's ever done?
Where do I start? There's the classic stealing of food. He once managed to pull a whole loaf of bread off the counter. But I think the worst was when he discovered he could dig under the fence.
Oh, no!
Yeah, I spent a frantic half hour searching the neighborhood for him, only to find him playing with the dog next door in their yard. He just dug a tunnel to go say hello.
That's actually kind of sweet in a very stressful way. He just wanted to make a friend.
Exactly, you can't stay mad at him. So tell me about your cat. I want to hear the other side of the story.
Well, I have a fluffy Persian cat named Luna, and she is the queen of the house. Her main activities are sleeping, stretching, and judging me from across the room.
Right, the classic cat lifestyle.
Completely. She's very calm and independent, but when she wants attention, she's the most affectionate creature, purring so loudly you can hear it from another room and rubbing against my legs.
See, that's what I love about dogs. They're always happy to see you. The moment I walk in the door, Buster's there, tail wagging so hard his whole body wiggles. It's like a welcome home party every single day. There's no feeling like it.
That does sound nice. Luna just sort of opens one eye when I come home, gives a little meow as if to say, "Oh, you're back. My food bowl requires your attention," and then goes back to sleep.
Typical. So where did you get Luna? Was she a rescue?
She was. I adopted her from a local shelter when she was just a kitten. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made. She was so shy at first, but it's been amazing to watch her personality blossom.
That's wonderful. I think adopting pets is such a great thing to do. Buster is a rescue as well. His previous owners just couldn't handle his energy.
Well, their loss is your gain. It sounds like he found the perfect home with you.
I like to think so.
Okay, since this is an English learning podcast, we should probably teach some useful vocabulary. Pets are a topic that comes up a lot in everyday conversation.
Absolutely. Let's start with some basic words. We mentioned you take a sick pet to a veterinarian or vet. The place they work is a vet clinic or an animal hospital.
Good one. And we talked about a dog's leash and collar. Some dogs wear a harness instead, which fits around their body.
Right, and for cats, you need a litter box and a scratching post if you want to save your furniture.
A very important investment. Another good word is to shed. This is when dogs and cats lose their fur, and it gets all over your clothes and furniture.
My life is covered in Buster's fur. He sheds constantly. You also have to groom your pets, which means brushing them, giving them baths, and trimming their nails.
Exactly. Okay, how about some idioms? These are phrases where the meaning isn't obvious from the individual words.
Let's do it. I'll start. To be in the doghouse.
That means you're in trouble with someone, usually your partner. For example, I forgot our anniversary, so I'm really in the doghouse.
Perfect. How about curiosity killed the cat?
That's a warning against being too nosy or inquisitive. It can get you into trouble.
Right. And we already mentioned it's raining cats and dogs for heavy rain, and let the cat out of the bag for revealing a secret.
Here's another one. Let sleeping dogs lie. This means you shouldn't bring up an old problem or conflict that has been forgotten.
That's a useful one. Like, I wanted to ask my boss about his mistake, but I decided to let sleeping dogs lie.
Exactly. Using these idioms can make your English sound much more natural and fluent.
So, we've established that we love our pets, but we should also talk honestly about the challenges of pet ownership. It's a huge responsibility. Here's one more for you. Top dog. This refers to the most important person in a group or hierarchy. For instance, after the promotion, she's now the top dog in her department.
It really is. And I think people sometimes underestimate it. The first thing is the commitment. A dog or cat can live for 15 or even 20 years. That's a long time.
That's a great one. It's always fun to use idioms in conversation. Here's another. To live a dog's life. It sounds negative, but it's actually the opposite.
It's a lifetime commitment, and it affects so many parts of your life. Finding an apartment or house that is pet-friendly can be a real challenge in some cities.
Oh, definitely. A lot of landlords have no pets policies, or they charge extra pet rent.
And what about travel? It becomes much more complicated. You either have to find a pet sitter or put them in a kennel, which is like a hotel for dogs and cats.
Right, and that can be stressful for the pet and expensive for the owner. I always feel so guilty leaving Luna, even though I know she's in good hands.
Me too. But let's flip it around. Despite the challenges, the benefits are incredible.
Oh, completely. We talked about companionship. For people who live alone, a pet can make a house feel like a home. They offer unconditional love.
Totally. There's nothing better than coming home after a long, stressful day and having Buster greet me at the door. All my worries just seem to melt away.
It's true. Studies have shown that interacting with animals can decrease levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, and lower blood pressure.
And they're just so funny. They have their own little personalities and quirks. The silly things they do can keep you entertained for hours.
Luna has this weird habit of chasing her own tail, and then she gets surprised when she catches it. It's hilarious every time.
Buster makes little groaning noises in his sleep like an old man. It's these small things that make you love them so much.
It is. They really do become part of the family.
Absolutely. A furry, four-legged family member. Okay, so we're firmly in the dog and cat camp, but let's talk for a minute about more exotic pets.
Right, like snakes,
Lizards,
spiders.
or even birds, rabbits, or hedgehogs. I think rabbits are quite popular, actually.
They are, and they can be great pets, but they require a lot of specific care. A lot more than people think. What's the most unusual pet you've ever considered getting?
Considered? Probably none. But I do find parrots fascinating. The idea of having an animal you can have a conversation with is pretty cool.
I had a friend who had an African grey parrot. It was incredibly smart. It could mimic the doorbell perfectly, which caused a lot of confusion.
I can imagine. I think for me, the line is drawn at anything that isn't cuddly. I'm not sure I could ever warm up to a pet lizard.
Same here, and I think it's important to consider the ethics of it. Some exotic animals are taken from the wild, and it might not be right to keep them in a house.
That's a very important point. You have to make sure the animal is sourced responsibly and that you can provide a habitat that mimics its natural environment.
Exactly. It all comes back to research and responsibility. Know what you're getting into before you bring any animal home.
Well, this has been so much fun, Paul. We've gone from beagles digging tunnels to the ethics of owning exotic pets.
We really have. It's a huge topic, and it's clear we're both passionate about it. Our pets bring so much to our lives.
You know, speaking of the joy they bring, I read a fascinating article the other day about the science of the human-animal bond. It's not just a feeling. There are real chemical reactions happening in our brains when we interact with our pets.
Oh, I believe that. You mean like the release of oxytocin, the love hormone?
Exactly. When you pet your dog or cat, your brain releases oxytocin, which creates feelings of love and bonding. It's the same hormone that's released when a mother bonds with her baby. It's powerful stuff. Plus, they force you to be more active. You can't just decide to be lazy all weekend when you have a pet that needs to be fed and walked.
That's so true. They give you a routine and a sense of purpose. But let's be real, it's a big responsibility and a financial commitment too. The food, toys, and especially the vet bills can really add up. Buster once ate a whole sock. An emergency vet visit and a very expensive procedure later, we got the sock back. I could have bought a lot of new socks for that price.
That is so true. Owning a pet can really be expensive, but you can't put a price on the love and companionship that you get in return.
Very well said. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for tuning in to English Learning Buddy.
Join us again in a few days when we'll be discussing the fascinating world of different food and cuisines from around the globe. It's gonna make you hungry.
I'm already looking forward to it. Until then, take care, everyone.
And happy learning. Bye for now.